Hey guys, it's your boy aijalonwallace. Welcome back to my channel. Some of you may know me as the Nomad Recruiter. I travel around the world and make placements. If you are looking to start a recruitment agency, you can check out nomadrecruiters.com. I have a lot of testimonials, a lot of my students, and a lot of content on there. I also offer a free training if you're looking to get some free advice on starting your agency. And also make sure to download my free ebook, Travel the World and Make Placements. So let's get into it. I want to talk to you about 7 reasons why you should become a recruiter. We're going to jump into this today. If you like this content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with number 1, changing people's lives. I cannot stress this enough, but that is probably the most beautiful thing about becoming a recruiter is the people lives you come into. I remember some of my candidates, I helped them make their first 6 figures, their first 100K, 200K, and they fell in love with me. And still to this day, they are still my friends. I still stay in touch with them because I changed not only their life, but also their family lives, and help them, make a big transition in their careers at the end of the day. It's a beautiful feeling because our jobs can be stressful sometimes as recruiters. So when you come into somebody's life and you help them get that pay increase, you just don't know what type of impact or what type of change you're making at the end of the day. Number 2 on the list is gonna probably be independence. So much autonomy. At the end of the day, you are an entrepreneur. You have to go out there and get it. When you are working in the agency recruiting space, as an agency recruiter or just as an in-house recruiter as well, you have a lot of freedom, but you have to go out there and find candidates. You have to manage your clients. You have to manage a lot of expectations. You have to go hustle every day, especially if you're trying to make good money. So it's a lot of freedom and autonomy when you're working as an agency recruiter, because you have to be the one to think outside of the box when it comes to strategy, when it comes to strategies of listing new clients and strategies of being creative and thinking outside of the box when trying to find candidates within your niche. So that's number 2 on my list. Number 3 on my list is going to be the money. Of course, I speak about this so much, but I've seen recruiters make $300,000 to $500,000 a year, some even $1 million a year. You can make as much money as you want to make, and that's the beautiful thing about recruiting. Is depending on how you decide the route you go, either working in-house, working for an organization, or potentially for a recruitment agency, or potentially for yourself, you can make as much money as you want to make. And often, if you guys don't know, but the thing about recruitment, when you work for an agency recruitment or you work for yourself, we charge a percentage based off of the salary. So for example, if a candidate is making $100,000, we may charge the client 20% and we'll get $20,000 sometimes upfront or within 30 days of the candidate started. And that's how easy it is to make, a lot of money in recruitment if you're not used to seeing paychecks like that. I have a lot of my students already doing it now in my program, Nomad Recruiters Academy. If you are thinking about starting your own agency, you can click on the links below and check out some of my content. Number 4 on my list is the job variety. So it's no day is the same. You're gonna go through a lot of different changes every day. You're gonna go through a lot of different jobs. So it makes the job more exciting because you're just like, well, all right, I got this software engineer, I got a junior engineer position here, I got a back end role, I got a front end role. You're working on a lot of different jobs constantly, so you're talking to a lot of different people. It's crazy, because you're on the phones a lot throughout the day. And it can be exciting, it can be overwhelming, but it can be exciting as well because no one day is the same. You're gonna wear many hats, talking to different candidates and working on different jobs, but you're also gonna be learning a lot about a lot of new skills depending on your niche. It can be tech, it can be sales, it can be healthcare, but you're gonna be learning a lot about the industry and constantly growing in that field because you're working on so many different roles, and it's gonna make you well versed and you're gonna gain a lot of transferable skills that's going to be able to help you in your next roles depending on what you do with your experience in recruitment. So number 5 on my list is the people. The network is just amazing. I love that, with the networking opportunity, you're able to go to a lot of events. You're able to work with a lot of big companies. I've known people who have worked with Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, I don't want to name any of my clients, but I know some recruiters that work with some giants out here, and that's the beautiful thing about this industry is this every day you're talking to new people. Every day you're getting great networks. You're talking to CEOs, CTOs, COOs, executives, and it's amazing to have that type of power and that type of connection, and especially having that long term. Even if you go to another company or you eventually start your own company, you have this network and this community that's going to always be there and support you and help you grow throughout your career as you move forward in the recruitment space. Coming on number 6 on my list is going to be the competition. So I love the competitiveness, especially working in the past as an agency recruiter. There would be like 10 recruiters working on a job. So it's always first come, first serve, making those calls, trying to get the best candidates on the market to the jobs before somebody else beat you to the punch, because if another recruiter is representing that candidate, you pretty much lost the race unless you find somebody just as good that meets the client's needs. So it's highly competitive because you have so many recruiters. There's millions of recruiters across the world, pretty much. And every time you work on a job, you have to always assume that there's 10 or 15 other recruiters working on the job. So it's first come, first serve, and you want to make sure you're the best in your space no matter what. It is extremely important that you make sure you master your craft. Number 7 on my list is it keeps you on your toes, because it's just always, it doesn't get boring because you don't know what's gonna come. You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, you're gonna have wins, you're gonna have losses. There are gonna be candidates that fall out of the interview process, and you're gonna close some big 20, 40K, 50K deals, and it's gonna make it all worth it at the end of the day. But it keeps you on your toes, it keeps you going, it keeps you motivated at the end of the day, and that's just another, beautiful thing as well. There's a couple of things I'm probably gonna add on, I'm gonna add a few more because I'm just thinking at the top of my head, but I'm gonna add number 8 as far as the community and a team. When I worked for an agency, recruiters, because when you're working in an in-house agency, we work Monday through Friday, sometimes even Saturday, and you're with your team every day. You're with your office employees every day, and you become somewhat of a family. For me, when I worked in the agency space in Australia, I was working with my team from 8 to 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then we were going to the bar and we were right back into the office. I mean, literally, I spent more time with my work employees than I did with my own family. And that's a beautiful thing, to have a community or have a family at the office, being that you're gonna spend 40 to 60 hours maybe or more in the office. So you want to make sure you're in a community or you're a part of an organization that has, just a great atmosphere, good energy, teamwork environment. But it's a beautiful thing to be around that type of community that's going to support you when you need it at the end of the day. Listen, I'm going to probably end it with those 8 facts. If you like this content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're thinking about becoming a recruiter, make sure to check out nomadrecruiters.com. I'm not selling no Lambos, no mansions. I just want to see people win at the end of the day. I teach you how to be free, not how to be a multi-millionaire. That's not my style at all. Listen, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Comment below if you got anything you want me to touch on, any topics you want me to talk about. I would love to support you and help you continue to grow your agency. Thanks again, guys.